Waiting for orders.
Alright. Well, I'm probably not going to be able to get away with a precision strike this time, so let's just focus on the quick draw here. I can't even do the LRM-15s without overheating. How you doing? I mean, you're banged up for sure. I'm going to go after... Most of the lasers are in here, so I'm going to go after this torso section, even though it's not going to be as easy to knock out.
Engaging.
Oh, God, we're getting screwed here by, like, RNG, like... So Commander's going to get up. There's really not anything I could do about that. It's not as high of a priority as a quick draw right now. Alright.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
We're just getting really extremely unlucky in this mission. Like,
My armor's
I don't even know... Okay, so he's overheating pretty bad.
Damn, we're gonna do this right. Standing by.
Need to turn on the PPC so I know where the minimum range is. Okay, that's probably not bad. I'll also precision strike him just to be more certain.
Firing full complement on enemy.
Alright. Commando's
Solid
hurting.
connection on that one.
Standing by.
What's your chance to hit him still? It's lowered a bit, but I think you still go for it. There we go. So the quick draw is about to drop.
A critical hit.
Alright. We're gonna get through this, but we had a lot of bullcrap in this mission for sure.
Receiving you.
Alright, how are you doing? You must be hanging on by very... Yeah, you're hanging on by very little health. Alright.
Commander.
So I'm gonna take a risk here. Wait, seriously? We're overheating? Oh, because of the medium lasers. Those off. And we're gonna put the lower damage against B. This is kind of a risk because it may not kill him, but he's only got 29 hit points, so I sure hope it kills him.
Multiple enemies locked in.
Okay, good. The commander probably has no weapon systems left that are meaningful. It will get to go before I get to go. Yeah, okay, finally, he's dead. So, it might be able to melee strike the urban mech. I don't think it's close enough to do anything else.
Now.
It may have one weapon that I don't know about. Okay, never mind. Alright, you go ahead and melee. Alright, we're done. So unfortunately, our one pilot did die, but that was just bullcrap RNG. We got hit in the head 3 times in this mission alone. Oh. Dropship inbound, but mission not over.
Position confirmed.
Roger.
We'll have to capture the zone, I guess. If we have more reinforcements... Yeah, okay, it sounds like it's over.
Mission
Yay!
successful.
So if there was a bonus for having everybody live, we didn't get it. That actually went alright, though. There was a heavy mech. It was a quick draw, which isn't necessarily the most exciting heavy mech in the world, but... Alright. The important bit is that my mech didn't take any meaningful damage. This stuff doesn't matter. Well, I figure we take the quick draw part unless there's something better. There isn't, so quick draw part. Even though this hatchetman's a really good one, we have to get 5 more parts, and I don't know if that's very likely. Hey, we might get lucky and get it anyway, though. No, never mind. Alright, continue. Stubbs is a panther? I'm not sure if I get that reference. That's also not my pilot, by the way, Bajerby. Okay, so we're good with that mission. Let's take a look at what other contracts we can do here. So just see who this is against. Okay, against pirates, so that's not a big deal. That's against the Capellan, so we'll have to think about whether we want to do that one or not. That one's against pirates. So most of these are going to be pretty golden for us and not really going to cause us any issues as far as hurting the reputation with the Capellans. As a matter of fact, I might even do the one that's against the Capellans because we had 2 missions in this system that were against, were for the Capellans. So overall, our reputation should be going up. So it's 65. We'll probably gain a few more points from this one. So, although it will be a higher difficulty mission, so we might lose more than we gain. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But in any case, let's go ahead and take a look at the contracts. So we'll start with the 2-skull one, because this one's a little bit easier for me to go, okay, what is the setup I want to do for salvage and stuff? Because we need money right now, not really salvage at least at a 2-skull difficulty. Let me take a real quick look at Mech Warriors. It was just Leo that was in that last one, so unfortunately we didn't get a lot of experience out of it.
Ready for orders.
But he got enough experience to do what I was looking for, which is this.
Mech Warrior training complete.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that contract then. So is an assassination? I'm sorry, target. Oh no, not target acquisition. This is the mission that really sucks. Well, from what I've heard, they've rebalanced this and changed it a bit, so maybe it will be okay. We want to have maybe faster mechs involved in this one too, because they give you limited time to do certain things. We want to go in with our A crew though, because these missions just suck. So I want more money though. I'll take the 2 and 10. Because this is just a bit too much of a drop in my opinion. But yeah, money we'll go for. Okay. Not sure if I want to keep the trebuchet where it is right now, but we're going to put the dragon in. Or the fire dragon more precisely. Get the Shadowhawk in. And then the Firestarter, but we want the 1A version. Yeah, there it is. We did get that better small laser, and I think I just got it in the system though, so never mind on that. That's something we'll add in later. There's also potentially an ER small laser, or did we get that +5 damage in the system? I don't know. I'm getting confused on what we got where. Okay, so we're gonna go in with our A team. Because this mission type can be rough. And we need legend. This might be super overkill for this mission, but I just want to make sure we get in and get it done. So let's go ahead and deploy. It's been a while since I've done one of these target acquisitions. They're not super common. And the last time I did one, we failed it because of the time limit. It was also an extremely high difficulty mission for what mechs we had. But we were 1 turn away from finishing the mission and then the time limit ran out.
Command interface
And that really pissed me off. I remember that. Alright, we're tasked with marking an area for artillery strike. You need to place beacons to designate the attack position. This will take some time to do, so keep the unit placing the beacon nearby. So you pretty much have to stand and spot out in the open for some, I don't remember the duration, but it's long enough that you can get really smacked around. Enemy units can disrupt the targeting of the beacons. They will deploy forces with the intent to disrupt our beacons. Do not let enemies get near them. I won't lie, our window of opportunity for this strike is small and time is limited. You will likely need to split your lance in order to place all the beacons in time. Artillery is not discriminate about what it destroys. Be sure to clear the area once the firing starts. Once the fire mission is complete, get out of there, Extract to our established LZ. So this is the established LZ. That was the other problem with the mission that I did, is it didn't tell me where the LZ was. So now I know it's here. It's also not clear on the other side of the map, which is the other problem I had in that mission, is it put the LZ on the opposite side of the map through the enemies. So I had to run, well, around them because there are just so many of them. This mission shouldn't be that bad, though.
Terraforming this place?
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just... because we have a time limit, and I have to be very cognizant of this. So we have 11 rounds right now to do our objective. So that's a fairly long amount of time, but the thing is, once you do it, you have a time limit, and then once you do that, you have a time limit. So there's time limits throughout, and the later time limits are fairly short. But we have to stay within the beacon area for a full round, so that can be tough. I think I still sprint up here. Because this is a lunar biome, not only will I have problems with heat, but there's no cover either, so that can screw us. Alright, I'd like you to get over to this further one. Potentially. So I'm going to have you sprint over this way. And you, I'm going to aim for getting the one that's also the farther one up here, potentially. But you're going to go with the dragon or the trebuchet for now.
Move into position.
Alright, let's actually start with our other mechs, because we're going to move them fairly aggressively. Alright, so destroy enemy garrison, that's probably this guy here. Destroy additional enemy force, actually that might be the additional forces. I'm not sure where the garrison beacon is, probably that one. So, it looks like we're running into the additional forces off to this side. And I don't want to move you just yet. I'm just gonna, as I said, move... maybe that aggressively? I don't know. I mean, we have this time limit. I'm not sure if we're gonna get sensor contacts this early, but we don't really want the dragon to be out in the open. If we get a sensor contact, but I don't know if there's a whole lot I can do about that. Yeah, we're in combat. Alright. What is your tonnage? 35. Alright, that's not too bad. Just gonna have you walk. Because you're here for fire support, not to put down beacons. Okay, 30-ton mech. Hasn't established a line of sight yet. So we're gonna go ahead and reserve.
Roger that.
So this is a striker, no doubt about it. We have no other contacts yet. Let's just hit spacebar until we get through this, because it appears to be a lot of light mechs.
Waiting for the shot.
Okay, there's a striker. Gonna fire at the fire dragon. Okay. I pretty much, oh, I want to move in the beacon, but also be able to attack somebody. Oh, it's possible we lose line of sight if I move him. Alright.
Yep.
I'm going to move fairly aggressively here and just take out the striker. Oh, no, I'm not. Not there, I'm not. I have to be careful about that and make sure I'm not only in range of the extended range small laser.
Roger.
There's a possibility the fire starter gets caught here by whatever that, you know, the spider here, but it's fine. We're fine.
Confirmed.
Okay. Vehicle down.
Move her down.
And hopefully I'm giving myself line of sight now. So that the fire dragon... Okay, we have another striker. Probably a attack on the fire starter. Thankfully we had a lot of evasions, so that worked out. What variant of the spider are you? Ah, unfortunate. It's the one with the machine guns.
Yes, Commander.
I mean, you're kidding. I still can't get vision over here? Alright, let me think about that move. I mean, you're not getting in range of anything anyway, so I'm just going to have you sprint over here. We know that there's enemy potentially over here, which could be a problem. Maybe I sprint like this. That might stop us from getting caught out too much. So we did get a sensor contact, but it's on the other side of the ridge here. 35-ton mech, okay. With the sheer amount of evasion this guy has, I think we just go for the objective here. Oops. No, I was trying to hit the sprint button. Game. Sprint in, maybe use vigilance. I don't want to go to the edge because it may not actually count. I think we just sprint in on this turn. Give ourselves vision of this vehicle too, which might be the better target for our trebuchet.
On the move. Full speed.
Attention, all local government forces. Focus fire on the mechs. Placing beacons for artillery strike. Fire at will and bring them down. Alright.
Receiving you.
So, as I discussed, this guy is going to be just too hard to hit. So, I am going to move forward. And we'll go after the striker instead. Much easier target to hit. This turn I'll use to build up our morale, our resolve. So I am not going to use any precision strikes or anything here, even though it'll probably benefit me.
Got it.
I just hope for the kill here. Which we didn't get, unfortunately. Alright, now we're in a good spot from resolve standpoint. I'll be able to use vigilance fairly freely. Sparta's probably going to attack the fire dragon, which I'm not surprised at all to see. Managed to hit me despite all that evasion. Lovely. Okay. We still have 8 rounds, so I'm half tempted to jump up here and kill that guy.
Good to go.
I really can't afford to jump again and do a full firing salvo off. Yeah, I'm not really sure there's a move here at the moment. Because this we can wait on because he has initiative 2, so I guess we just reserve here. Alright, 20-ton mech. If it has LRMs, that might be a problem. Oh, it's a Locust 1B. If I could sprint it to get there. Alright. So something has LRMs over there. Alright, I'm gonna jump. Shoot. Can't jump close enough to get to the Locust and get small lasers in on him. That sucks. I want to finish off the striker so it's not a threat. Because that's going to go this turn. I may use vigilance here, I'm not really sure. I mean, we have a lot of resolve at the moment, so I think I'm going to multi-target though. You're going to be A for sure, you're going to be B. We'll just fire probably an SRM-2 at the Locust. You know what, I'll go with the medium laser. A very high likelihood we kill the striker. This is a lot of firepower hitting that striker, so I think I'll live with that.
Engaging multiple
Yeah.
targets.
We killed it by a lot. Oh, and we actually got the Locust hit as well. That's nice. Oh wow, that heat scale went up real fast, huh? Okay.
Waiting for orders.
So we either run over here and just try and do this objective and not worry about the spider, or we try and help our comrades out here. I think we still have time, so I'm going to try that later, but The only problem is I only get one weapon shot here because of heat.
I'm on it. Ready
Alright.
for orders.
Leo's going to continue to move forward. And I think this is going to be a multi-target situation because I need to burn down evasion. So A and B, and this is going to be B because it's higher accuracy here.
Got it.
Alright, and then hopefully the Fire Dragon will be able to do some good damage against that spider. Okay.
Orders.
Oh, that counted already. So I don't need to cover the Fire Dragon anymore. I thought you had to wait a lot longer. Maybe they changed that element as well. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to move in then and do a multi-target.
Copy that.
Yeah, because we can burn down both evasions at the same time. So you're going to be A. You're going to be B. And there we have it. Okay, fire away. Do I give myself vigilance? I probably don't really need it.
Locking on.
Okay. Good damage there. He's dead. So that worked out perfectly. That was probably just enough firepower. Then you get hit and burn down your evasion. Now you might go first. Which would mean now that evasion I burned down is meaningless, especially as he just stood there and did nothing. Alright, so I think the Firestarter is going to go in and melee him. No doubt about that. Matter of fact, let's just do that now. I am giving my back to the guys behind me, but I think only one of them had LRMs, so we're probably okay to do this. There's going to be a fair amount of damage here.
Time to get physical.
45 plus this extra damage here. Yeah, he's dead. Excellent.
That's a kill.
Hey, this fighter again, this Firestarter against other light mechs is just a monster. Because the small lasers, they don't care about evasion. They can build up as much evasion as they want. The lasers are still going to hit them. So it's pretty much just an amazing mech. And the more of those good small lasers we give them, the worse that's going to be for our opponents. Alright. I think we probably just reserve from here on out. Because the enemy can't see me right now. And it just light mechs from here on out, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to jump down. I would like to shoot. I'm hoping this was within the zone. Hard to say sometimes.
Engaging jump
I might not be able to shoot much here. We'll use Vigilance, give me some protection, and also give me a good initiative boost. I don't know. Yeah, that counted, because it does say 101. Then I'll fire what I can get away with. Guess I'll turn off one of these SRM2s. Because they do 24 damage as opposed to the 40 damage here, so... yeah, let's go with that. We could precision strike them, too. Probably not necessary.
Engaging target.
Although I don't know why I didn't, because I have so much resolve. Well, there goes another mech. Yeah, as I said, not necessary. We do have vision, so Leo can move up in the trebuchet. At this point, I think pretty much assuredly we should do a precision strike, because this is going to be a very long range. Oh yeah, we can't. It's not even within range. So I guess that turns over with. Okay, Legend and the Fire Dragon is just going to sprint towards the next objective. Probably don't have a way down unless we go this way, so... yeah, let's go this way.
Affirmative.
Okay, so we just have one beacon to deploy, and really there's just one enemy mech. Okay, it's a Panther. It missed, despite the visuals looking like it didn't. Alright. I'm probably just going to attack it and back off. Although we do want to kill them, right? Never mind, we'll just stay put. So the fire dragon's on its way to get to this objective, so that's fine. We do need to extract over here, so I do need to keep that in mind.
Standing by.
Fire starters run kind of hot, so I'll just take this opportunity to sprint over this way. Actually, no. We've got a better move. Yeah, much better move.
On it.
We'll sensor lock the Panther, making it a very easy target to hit.
I've got
Okay.
a sensor lock.
So Heat's our main enemy right now. Locust 1E. Okay. I think we can kill the Locust 1E right now. But not with the heat we're generating. I'll go with this. Let's just go straight center torso. We might still get the kill. Okay, not quite. Don't think we want to move, because if I move, I lose vision. I guess if I move here... Nah, I still think we don't move. Let's just use vigilance so that they don't gang up on me. Can I choose not to move? Oh, you know what? We could kind of move around and get some evasion. Yeah, that works. All right, now Leo.
Waiting for orders.
Gonna walk forward. Do we just full go on one enemy? Or do we split shot? I mean, I'm not gonna take out the Panther in this shot, so we'll go A, B, and make B the lesser damage. Maybe we get a lucky with the Locust and manage to get more center torso hits.
Multiple targets confirmed.
Although I think I attack from the side, so probably not likely. Maybe I should have just focused on the Panther. Knocked him unsteady, so that might
Orders.
give the AI a different feeling on things. I am going to want to wait until I move into this, because it will put me on a different time limit. It will ignore this time limit and go on like a different one, so... Okay, Panther's trying to escape, but not far enough away that we can't see him anymore. Alright. Brunswick, get in there and do anything? Not really. Alright, so we should move to be in front of the Locust to have a better chance of killing it. I'm trying to kill these guys if I can, but I think a precision strike makes a lot of sense here. Because we can just go center torso and finish him off. I'll cool off a little bit. I also want to use vigilance. Not that it will matter, I don't think.
Engaging target.
Yeah, he's super dead. Okay, and then the Trebuchet would just be able to hit the Panther full blast.
Ready for orders.
So just have you move up and then sensor lock him to remove that one bit of evasion. Not that it will probably matter, but... on the next turn, you'll probably be able to go in and get him.
Yes, Commander.
Alright. Move in. Use precision strike. We'll go after, sure, left torso.
Confirmed.
Alright. Okay, got his arm. Not that there's anything in that arm, I don't think. And again, I want to wait Because I don't want this to happen until we're ready for it. So I'm gonna get as close as I can. Well, yeah, honestly, it doesn't matter. Let's just brace. That's fine. Yeah. Window of opportunity. Got it.
Yes, Commander.
All right, you're gonna jump down. Is that even worth doing? No, this is probably more the worthwhile attack. We can keep hitting that same side. Go ahead and go with the precision strike because we can go after the left torso. I want to get as many weapon attacks as I can here. No. Can't do that one. We might have enough raw damage to get it done here.
Engaging target.
Alright, my hope, then,
Enemy mech. Critical
because we
damage
didn't get him
detected.
this time, my hope is that Leo will be able to finish him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my mech and start moving towards where we know the extraction is. And then hopefully Leo, if we reserve, Leo can get the kill here.
I copy.
Oh no, I messed that up.
Good to go.
Well, not necessarily. We move away with the fire starter, but then we sensor lock him. I am kind of limiting the ability of the fire starter to finish this, but
Got a lock.
if it doesn't work out. This guy doesn't have a lot of health left, and we are going to get a choice
Standing by.
of... Yeah, I'm not even going to move here because we're at the limits of sensor range, so just go straight for a center torso hit.
Copy that.
This should be it. Yeah, goodbye. Now we can do our objective and get out of here.
That's
It may
a kill.
skip over a turn because we have no combat, or nobody in combat, but maybe it won't. I don't really know. Sometimes this game can be weird. So we have to extract somewhere over here, so we just have to get everybody over there.
Good to go.
Alright. Target lock, firing for effect, HE 5 rounds, danger close. Alright, splash and 30. Alright. Yeah. So we're still in combat, thankfully.
Commander.
So just go to sprint mode at this point. The extraction's over here. So we have 2 rounds while the round comes in and impacts. So we'll move to get to the extraction while that is happening. As long as we don't stand in the explosion, we'll be fine. Okay. And you...
Orders.
going to sprint over this way. You're technically the furthest away. But I have faith you'll get out. And then Legend's literally right there, so... Yeah, we're pretty much standing on the evac point.
Hauling aft.
Okay. That's that round.
Warning. Incoming artillery fire.
Okay, now Brunswick
Receiving you.
is pretty much probably standing inside the evac zone as well. Not for me.
Full throttle.
Okay. Finally, Leo. Alright, let's watch the pretty explosions. Oh, that's right.
Commander,
Now watch the pretty explosions.
that'll keep my heat down.
7,500 damage. Wow. Alright. Our control, this is Observer Actuator. Good effect on target. Target's destroyed. Okay. So yeah, you're already in the point. Let's just make sure that is the case.
On my way.
Might take another couple turns for the others.
Receiving you.
You're not going to quite get in there.
On the move. Full speed.
Shuttlehawk maybe, but it might be one space too short. So yeah, we only have 3 turns to evac at this point. This may count, but
Full throttle.
it doesn't matter. Obviously, the trebuchet needs to get out. Yeah, that counts. So you're just gonna stay put.
Keeping it cool.
Reserve. And then
Ready
you.
for orders.
Ben.
On my
Okay,
way.
there we have it. So it wasn't so bad. It just, we were on a time limit. Target destroyed. Pack it in, Commander. We're done here. If I didn't care about the bonus, then that would have been much quicker. Because I could have ignored those last 2 mechs and been fine. They wouldn't have caught me. Maybe the Locust could have, but wouldn't have been hard to kill it. So yeah, they changed some elements of that mission, because it used to be, I think you had to stay in there longer at the point to drop the beacon. And then also, another thing that people have told me is if your time limit runs out to extract, the mission doesn't just automatically fail. Which is something that used to happen. Which was the most frustrating element of the whole thing. Alright, so everybody did that mission okay. Alright, unfortunately these are all light mechs. I think we're just going to go ahead and take the Locust 1M because that's something we can sell for money. And let's check that we don't have any good weapon systems or something. Not that I see. So we'll take pretty close to a Panther. So we'll take one of those as well. Okay. Hey, Iggy. Alright, we got some weapon parts. So sell that Locust. As it will give us a little bit of money. At this point, every little bit helps, especially as we have some weapon systems in here that we would like to buy. It's just a question of whether it's wise to do so.
That mech you wanted is back.
Alright, we've had Locust 1Ms before. I'm not going to read through that. Okay, let's go ahead and get to our mech bay. We are going to have to send it down to storage because we do have open slots. So, can't sell it until it's down in storage. Straight to the store. Alright, selling. Looks to 1M. Sell. Alright. Okay, well. Go ahead and take a look at the next contract we want to do. Actually, I have to take a little bit of a break here as well, so. One thing I should probably check on just to make sure is that we don't have any level ups we want to do, so. Let's just double check that. It's going to be with our primary loadout. Alright. Well. This gives us that. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you do meleeing, but I would say it's not super common. Probably gunnery skill here is a little bit more valuable. Go ahead and go with that.
Confirmed, Commander.
And then
Orders.
Leo just leveled stuff up, so he's got time to... Alright, go ahead and go with that as well.
Training complete.
And Brunswick would be our other... Yeah, he needs gunnery skill, so I'll give him that.
Mech warrior training.
Okay, we're
complete.
getting there. Okay. Let's go ahead and now take a look at the contracts. Now, I don't remember which one was against the Capellans. I should probably figure that out fairly soon. Might be one of these 3. Yeah, it's one of the 3 skull ones. Which means we will lose more reputation. Well, the 3 skull ones are good because they give me a possibility of getting more heavy mechs and stuff, which is kind of what we're looking for. 2.5 skull one, I guess it's possible, but it depends. So we've got defend base and ambush convoy. Not really a big fan of ambush convoy, but we're probably going to do it anyway because we need the money. I guess it's better than escort convoy, right? And this one's battle. Okay, and where are we on reputation with the Capellans at this point? 69. Alright. So we'd lose 6 if we did that other contract, so we'd be back down to 63. But we do have that one flashpoint that will probably give us a bunch, and that might be the point where we can ally with them if we want to. Alright, well, let's take a look at the, do we do the 2.5 skull one first, or the 3 skull one? Because this is a lunar environment, I'm leaning more towards using my A-team for these missions, because that lunar environment just kind of messes with us quite a bit. Well, that being said, I may use one of my backup pilots instead for one of these. How about the defend base one? We'll do that. All right, so we'll go ahead and negotiate. I'm still going to go more towards money here because we really do need the money, and I'm not sure we'll get heavy mechs at a 2.5 skull mission, so we'll go with that. Go ahead and accept that. The one thing I'm going to make a change here is I'm going to pull my pilot out and the mech that I use. Even though it is one of our better mechs, it runs really hot, and in this lunar environment, that's really just a problem. The fire starters are already kind of proving problematic in this environment. I think we're better off using something different. So I think I'm going to go with the... I have to remind myself how I set up the various mechs. Probably going to be the Enforcer in this case. Yeah, Enforcer. It's also set up for a cockpit mod, which does help us. So we'll set that up. Although if we set up the Enforcer, we're going to want it over here in theory. But I don't want to rebalance, like redo the whole thing. So out of laziness, I'm going to put it there. And then we're going to run Bajera here. And one of the reasons why I'm leaning towards this is we do have this ability, the coolant vent, that will help us be able to continuously fire if we need to. Alright, so I'm good with that. Let's go ahead and deploy. It also gives us an opportunity to get some experience in some of our B-team pilots here. And this actually may be the Lancer loadout we do for all of these. Granted, with the ambush convoy, we may need the Shadowhawk. That raw damage output and the speed may be required. Also, really good melee damage. You can stomp vehicles and kill them really nice, so nice and easy. So the Shadowhawk's probably the better call for that mission. In my opinion, ambush convoys tend to be a little bit more difficult because you not only have to deal with their escorts that are usually at the level of difficulty you're currently at, or the mission is, you also have to deal with the vehicles, which are oftentimes combat vehicles. So, makes it trickier. Alright, let's go ahead and begin mission. I say often, always combat vehicles. Commander, our contracted mission is to defend this factory. We have scattered reports of incoming pirate units. These would be the wolves our employer referred to. All we have to do is hold them off until our employer's forces relieve us. Good luck. Looks like we have potentially some turrets, because I see a couple APCs, and that's the usual setup. And I see at least one turret. Now, they might not be very good turrets. Commander, on this outing, we have some additional support from our employer. They have point defenses set up around the base. They are, however, offline. We have a friendly convoy with engineers who are eager to put those defenses in, to get at those defenses and get them firing. Escort them safely to the generators, and we can boost our defensive capabilities. Now, you knew an attack was coming in to hire me, but you didn't think to turn on your turret generator until the last second. That seems reasonable. Alright, so we have no enemies on the scope for right now. I'll probably keep the trebuchet on the ridge, as we do benefit from having some height on our opponents.
Aye, aye.
Although, obviously, we want them to be in sensor range as well, because that does give us some benefit. There's not going to be any cover, so this is going to be, you know, somewhat problematic because of that. I'm going to go ahead and move the dragon over here, too. We don't want to move too aggressively in one direction or another, although the edge of the map is right here. Yeah, so they're probably either going to come from the left over this way or right in front of us. So, well, either way, we'll be prepared for it.
Moving to position.
Fire Dragon has a decent, a little bit of long-range firepower. Okay. I guess the Enforcer, we will move to cover this side. There is kind of a slope down here that we can move that way if we need to, but I'll move the Enforcer this way, so we're covering both that direction and this direction potentially. Now, if the enemy don't show up, then the engineers show up and give us turrets. Now, the turrets in question are probably all short range. I don't know about that one. Standard turret. Is it just the 3? Or is there another one that I'm missing? There's a pylon here, but there's nothing on it. Yeah, so far, what I'm seeing, these are all short-range turrets, so I don't know how useful they're going to be. Oh, here's one, sniper turret. So depending on whether it has line of sight, it's kind of facing the wrong direction. It may be able to help us at range. Alright, I'm gonna see if Brunswick can go establish sensor lock on somebody, or, I'm sorry, get sensor range.
Copy that. So
So let's just move forward. I apologize for that little bit of damage I did to the base. Yeah, well, those are moving forward. You know, I feel like in more modern versions of the game, the AI doesn't move until you get them sensor contact. So this mission with the engineering vehicles coming forward, if the enemy doesn't move, then this mission is fairly easy from that perspective.
look at that.
Or they are apparently moving though, so seems that the developers did at least think that one or figure that one out. Okay, so we've got 2 medium mechs, 3 medium mechs. Fairly likely they establish line of sight on me, at least the fire starter. If I move the fire starter, you'll probably lose sensor contact. Well, I guess not necessarily. I'm gonna go ahead and reserve and let one of them go. And we'll see if they do establish that line of sight. It might be tricky to find out for sure. Well, we'll know if he fires at me. Because I do have extra sensor, or not extra, I have extra line of sight with the fire starter because he has a rangefinder, I believe is the device. Probably not wise to reserve again if they catch me, but I do have a fair amount of evasion. Might be okay. Let's see what happens. We don't know how many mechs they're going to have, though, so this may be problematic if they do establish line of sight. The Centurion apparently didn't see me either. Okay, are there going to be anything on the heavy scale? We have our allies, which we're going to just go ahead and move through. The engineers are in position, Commander. The APCs will scatter and support you. Keep the turrets intact, and they'll keep firing. Well, again, they're short range, so I'm not sure how much they're going to help me. But you're going to go at the enemy. And sensor lock them. Actually, that really does help. He also gave me a little bit more information here. So there is a 60-ton vehicle. That could be some scary stuff. So let's focus on trying to knock out the Kintara. Now, fortunately, these pirates, they are... their armor's a little weaker. Granted, Kintaras have really good armor normally, so... yeah, not going to be easy to really pick them apart, I think. But in this case, I think I'm going to go ahead with the Trebuchet. We're going to do a split shot here. I will hit both of these guys. So you're going to be A. You're going to be B. And B is going to be that. Okay, go ahead and fire.
Roger that.
This will also probably distract them from the base defenses as well, or the base itself. Okay, now that we have that set up, go ahead and move the Fire Dragon in here. We're going to focus on the... Yeah, we'll go here. We're going to focus on the Kintaro with most of what we do here. Trying to take it out as quickly as we possibly can. I think for the Fire Dragon, we definitely use Vigilance. Because we are kind of putting it out front. And we could use that initiative buff as well. I'm not sure we're going to significantly hurt that Kintara, but if this is an LRM carrier, we have to kill it. We cannot let it sit back there and just devastate us. So
What's up,
let's have
Bob?
you start moving this way. Yeah, again, we'll go after the Kintara here. Even though the Centurion's technically easier to take out. Okay. We are hurting him a little bit.
Standing by.
So, we happen to know if I jump and unload with my weapons, it does cause me heat problems. So, may not be a choice though. Yeah, alright. I'll jump in. I'm not going to find out what this thing is. If it's a demolisher, then we don't really want to get point-blank range with it. But either way, we beat these guys to initiative, so they're not really going to be able to stop me from doing this.
Here it comes.
At least I think demolishers may be 60 tons. I honestly don't remember. And there's really only one way to find out if that's a demolisher or not. Unfortunately, I don't think I have much choice here. I can't charge that thing not knowing what it is.
Yes, Commander.
So I think in this case, we precision strike here. We try and take out this right torso, which is already damaged. It will take out a couple of the weapon systems and potentially have an ammo explosion, so I think that's well worth doing.
Let's see how you like this.
Okay, good.
Scored a critical hit.
And then I'll just move away. Hopefully breaking line of sight. I can't jump away. That would definitely overheat me. So it's possible if that's a demolisher, he'll be able to get me.
Move order received.
So this is somewhat risky. Oh, I just put my back towards the enemy. That was unwise. Whoops. Yeah, that was very unwise of me. It's possible the Kantara is the only thing that could see me right now, though, so... if we move to very quickly try and take him out, we might get away with it. Question is, what can realistically do that? Well, maybe Leo, because Leo can get a... oh. I was gonna say maybe Leo can get a precision strike, but... even with his high spirits, we don't have enough morale for that. Well... I guess I'm just gonna move in aggressively and hope that's not a demolisher.
Engaging.
Alright, we got him. So that might be the vision to this fire
One less
starter.
target.
I realize now that that move I did with the fire starter was very unwise, though. I guess we'll find out if they attack me rear again. Okay, they're attacking the vehicle. Alright, so that worked out okay, I guess. Alright, what does this effect do that he's in? Radiation. Unit move through this intense radiation. It would gain 10 heat on its next activation. Oh, alright, that's all that does?
Ready for orders.
I think we hit the Griffin nonetheless, though, because... I think it does more than that.
Roger that. Locking on.
Okay.
Standing by.
We could do a multi-target here. Not sure if it necessarily benefits me, though. Could also just precision strike the bastard. Go after his leg. We might be able to chop his leg off.
Acknowledge.
Fortunately, very little of that hit the leg. Alright, go vehicles. Well, some of that did hit the leg. There it goes. Good job. Now, hopefully the Centurion doesn't just stomp you next turn. Alright, fingers crossed this isn't something really scary. It's an SRM carrier. That's actually extremely scary.
Heads up, Commander.
Thankfully, it didn't attack me.
Hostile contact.
Mostly because I don't think we drew its attention. Alright. So what we need to happen here is we need that to die. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and move in and try and make that happen. Oh. Didn't actually take my move for some reason. Hold on. I feel like we're getting a little bit of glitchiness here. Because that should not have been the way it just... like, the way that just worked. That should not have done that.
Coordinates received.
The fact that I had clicked the spot I had wanted to go, and then it started skipping around like that, yeah, that should not happen. I don't think we need a precision strike here.
Affirmative.
Okay, good.
Let's go.
If that thing had fired on me, we would have been really hurting.
Gone.
Okay, Centurion gets a chance to go. It did not stomp on the APC, which helps, I guess. Ow!
I'm under heavy fire.
Oh, thank you, Technically Will, for the follow.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so we have enemies that came in over here, but we have time before they show up. So let's just focus on what we got here. So let's take a look at this guy. I think we have a fairly realistic chance of getting the kill here. Not sure we need any precision strike or anything. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move forward. We're going to do a multi-target. Yeah, it is, and the DLC have really improved it over time. It's definitely gotten to a spot where I think it's the best it's been. It's a really good game to pick up at this point. If you're into this kind of game, of course. Alright, so you're going to be A. You're going to be B. And I think that will work for me.
Confirmed.
Maybe we get the kill, maybe we don't against the Griffin, but at least we'll hurt him. Okay, good ammo explosion. If that happened, the Griffin 1N has no weapons, because the Griffin has all of its weapons on one side, so that right torso blowing up means all of its weapons are gone. Let me take a look at that just to be... Yeah. Alright, so we have a Vulcan down here. It didn't fire, which is interesting. Okay, let's... So now we can completely ignore this mech. There's no reason to pay any mind to it whatsoever. You know what? I'm going to jump in here. Get our weapons at optimum range.
Confirmed.
I think I'm even going to use a precision strike here. Probably a good move. Now, I might have moved too close. Griffin might be able to come in and melee me. Oh, it has a leg missing, so probably not, but it's a possibility, I guess. We'll go after the right torso, try and chop that arm off.
Copy that.
Alright. Yeah, it's definitely got those similarities with XCOM. There's definitely differences as well. And if you are newer to this game too, a resource that I highly recommend is called sarna.net, sarna.net. It's meant for the tabletop game, because this is based off of a tabletop game. But it has a lot of resources for pretty much every mech that's in the game. So if you're ever wondering, like, what does this mech come with? What are the, like, different variants? If you want to know the background from the lore perspective, it has all that stuff, and it works pretty much similarly to Wikipedia. But it's a good wiki for the universe. Not necessarily this game, but the universe overall. Especially if you want to get into the lore and stuff, because they have all that.
Yes, Commander.
I really don't want this Lance over here to have just a free reign attacking the buildings, but they haven't attacked the buildings yet, so I don't think so. Maybe I forgot, but... I may finish off the Griffin here, even though I've already discussed that it's kind of, it's already kind of been taken out, but we use multi-target, I think.
Copy that.
Yeah, I don't know if board game is the right term. It's like more like a war game, I guess. But it's played on like a hex grid. It's a fairly complex game. I mean, but there's a lot of similarities between this and that. There's differences, obviously, as well, but... Go with that and that. Maybe we can overheat the Centurion, because it is running somewhat hot.
Copy that.
Alright, we killed him. One of the flamers missed. Yeah, I'd say it's somewhat. I mean, it's not really like I wouldn't say it's super similar to Warhammer 40K, but it's the same kind of like game. You typically have a lot less units, although I think there is, like, you know how Warhammer 40K, I think it's called Epic Warhammer 40K or something, where it's like much more grand scale. I think there was a grand scale version of Battletech, but I don't remember that for certain. Ooh, that hurts.
Hot damn. Let's do this.
This is one of those games, as though, that's very unique because the tabletop game, the rules have not changed since its inception. So the mechanics have always been the same. The lore changes over time, but it's not that the lore... It's more lore gets added rather than lore gets... Like, there's no, like, retconning or anything of the lore. It's always the same lore, more or less.
Waiting for orders.
And it's got a very deep lore. I would say it is Warhammer 40K-esque. It's not the same feeling as Warhammer 40K, but it's, at least in that mentality, it's similar. Not really anything I can do to the Centurion with a fire starter, so I think we're just going to go ahead and take a sprint move. Yeah, we'll go move pretty aggressively, because these guys probably will ignore me, and we might be able to get in a flank or something.
No shooting. Just
Although we're really unsupported at the moment, but we've got cover as well going our way. Just the vacuum of space is kind of hurting us from the heat perspective. Alright, Vulcan's going to move up. Again, not doing anything. Maybe they're not in range because of the height difference. That could be true. Alright, let's go ahead and have Bajera try and finish off the Centurion with a melee strike here. We'll continue to hit that same side, and we could probably use a little bit of cooling off as well. So... Oh, that's actually a rear attack. I want this attack because this guy's already weakened on that side. Very likely we get the kill because he has almost no health left. So I think this is a pretty good move for us.
Aye, aye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Mech destroyed.
Alright. Well, that's one lands down. Now we have to deal with the other one. So, the Vindicator got really messed up by that Shredder turret. And if that thing continues to fire upon these guys, they'll get really messed up. Also, the Vindicator's in a perfect position for us to start smacking him. So, let's grab our Trebuchet and start moving back up the hill. And yeah, that accuracy is still pretty damn good.
Location
We might get the
confirmed.
kill. This is the standard variant of the Vindicator, so it should actually be pretty durable, though. So I think it's unlikely. No reason why not to use a precision strike here, though. I think we just start hitting that center torso.
Target acquired.
Look for the kill. Okay, we got a torso section. Very close to knocking him down, too. Not quite. Alright.
Orders.
Move Legend in. Legend only has a target on the Blackjack, but that's okay.
Good to go.
I think in this case, we probably use Vigilance, give ourselves an initiative boost, and a little bit more extra defense, even though I think these guys will probably ignore me. Okay, go ahead for the long-range shot.
Firing on target.
Okay, APCs are moving around. They probably won't be able to do much. They're giving sensor locks, though, so that does help. Here comes the Vindicator. Probably won't take the Shredder turret out, but they're getting there. Hey, you're going to move up. I don't know if you have the ability to sensor... Oh, okay, well, that answers that question on whether you have the ability to sensor lock. Yeah, they're hurting that Vindicator. Ooh. Those AC-20 hits. Ouch.
No retreat.
Both hate to see it and love to see it. Hate to see it when it happens to you. Love to see it when it happens to them. Alright, let's go ahead and reserve. I could come in and get a rear attack probably against the Blackjack, but it'd probably be more of a sure thing if we let him come forward a little bit. For right now, we're just going to reserve. They'll probably take out the Shredder turret as they're starting to get within range, although, oddly enough, that Vindicator... Oh! No, I'm not really sure why the Vindicator didn't attack there. Alright. Well, in this case, let's do a split shot. Blackjacks take a little bit of a beating, but it is a good one for a flank, but I think it's okay probably to target that guy. Out of the bunch, actually, let's evaluate why we'd want to attack various choices. So Vindicator's pretty close to death, so that might be a good choice for us. Vulcan has very little armor, so it'll go down fairly easy. As a matter of fact, it'd probably go down the easiest of the bunch. So, a split shot. You're gonna be A. You're gonna be B. And then we'll switch the higher accuracy to there. All right, yeah, 95% chance to hit both of them. And one reason why I do this, for those people that are newer, I have an ability called Breaching Shot. If I fire only one weapon at a target, I'll ignore whatever damage reduction they have. So the guard and what have you they have will not count. So I do full damage.
Got it.
That's an ability you get as you level up your characters. It's a fairly high level ability. So it takes time to get it, but it's really valuable, especially for support pilots, your long range guys. All right, they're continuing to attempt to take out that Shredder turret. It's still there, though. All right, so you're a really good rear attack. One problem for us, though, is Vulcans have an ability, I don't think I can demonstrate it right now, but they have an ability that's special to them that prevents you from getting really accurate melee attacks on them. So I do have to keep that in mind. It may also affect the accuracy of the support weapons. I forget 100% how it works. Alright. I guess we just move you, because you're kind of far away, and what you could probably attack is more than likely very limited, so... Probably just an autocannon shot here. Oh, we can get the large laser as well. Alright, I'll go with the precision strike. We might be able to knock that arm off. I'll go with the right torso, though, because when you take out a right or left torso, it takes the corresponding arm with it.
Locked on target.
Yeah, we got it. So there goes the arm as well.
Reporting critical hit.
Alright, that Shredder turret's definitely dead now. Well, it did good work while it was up, so that's good. I feel like they've changed the AI of the enemy with these base defense missions. Because the fact that they targeted the turrets... I feel like they started targeting those turrets fairly early. It's kind of hard to tell, though, because maybe the turrets hit them first. So we just have Legend and Brunswick left.
Commander.
Alright. Yeah, okay, we'll move forward. Guess I just keep hitting the Vulcan at this point. We don't have a target on the Vindicator. We use Vigilance again. I do have to worry about the Vulcan's flamethrower. Oh, we've already knocked it out, never mind. Pretty good chance we kill this guy.
Firing.
Yeah, there he goes.
Tango down.
Alright, so we've been waiting for this flank. Nice try.